What's going on, traders? Good morning. It is the 11th of February. It is Saturday morning. We are looking at Flare Network / Tether. This is a daily chart, guys. We had a really great day yesterday for Flare, and I want to come on here and talk about a couple things. And potentially this thing is setting up for a change in trend. So we're going to check it out, share some points here, wrap this video up. Guys, welcome to the channel. Appreciate all of the new and current subscribers. As always, welcome. So this is the KuCoin data on tradingview.com. This is a daily chart, guys. Let's take a zoom in here to make it a little bit easier for those on the smaller devices. So what's going on here? We once again have regained support on this flare pullback. We are back above a key level down here at 0.03802. This blue line on the chart, guys, as we were pulling back on the 9th, Thursday, we were looking for support there. We actually picked up more flare tokens right around that 3802 level. We closed below it. That wasn't very good to see, at least for the bullish case. We quickly regained that yesterday, the 10th of February, Friday. Yesterday was a really good day. It looks like 9.51% to the upside. Very, very bullish day. We undercut the low from Thursday. We also put in a new high over top of Thursday's high. That is a bullish engulfing pattern. That is very good to see. One, because it is a bullish engulfing pattern. Two, because we found support at a key level, which is that 3802. Number three, we broke back above our support level at 3962, this white line on the chart. That's 0.03962. And number three, guys, we actually put in a higher high, although it was just barely. So we were looking for a break above the high on the 8th, and that high was, let's see if I can adjust the chart here to be easier for me to see. So the high on the 8th was 4130. The high on the 9th was 4131. So just squeaking by, we actually put in a new high, a higher high. We put in a lower low and a higher high. A bullish engulfing pattern and a big potential for a change in trend, putting in higher highs, and we are waiting for a higher low to take place, and that could take place today. We'll have to see. So far, guys, we traded back down to 39.62. You can see on this candle right now, we hit a low of 39.56. Our level is at 39.62. We are currently trading at 39.84. So we could be in a change in trend. So let's talk about this real quick. So we have a swing down. We have a lower high that took place on the 8th. We have a lower low that took place on the 9th. Where things start to turn here as an early warning sign is yesterday we actually put in a higher high. And so far today, I'm saying, keywords, we have a higher low, guys. We have a potential change in trend to the upside. You know what comes next, and if you don't, it is a higher high. And it's setting up quite perfectly here because it's very close to breaking out past our white, I call it a 45-degree line. It's basically just an overhead resistance line connecting major highs along this pullback. So we are setting up here for a perfect bull breakout. The bull bullish breakout would take place when we get over this white 45-degree line. And then also it's setting up to be a change in trend, putting in a higher high and a higher low. So like I said, we have been buying flare. We were able to get into some flare down at the 3802 level. And our original position, our original 2 buys, we bought some back in here at the 3962, level. And then we are pulling back once again to that level. I think we bought some over in here on the 5th, 6th, 7th. I'd have to check, but we are long from that 3962 and then long from down here at 3802. So we'll see if it holds. It's not financial advice, of course, but we are looking for a change in trend, and this is the early warning sign for the bulls. This is when people get caught off guard, and why I say that is because they're looking for another lower low to come in here, and it's sure enough, it could happen. It could happen. The key is you want this low, the most recent low, to hold, which is the 10th of February, and that low is on this data 37.39. If that low holds, and today is actually finding support at a great spot. It's one of our levels, so at least we have that to work off of. If that low holds, either tomorrow's candle or the next day's candle, it's even possible to be today's candle. Could be a bullish breakout, one breaking above the most recent high, which is right here on the 10th, and also our white 45-degree line, looking something like this, taking us up to that, potentially that 45.65 level is our first target. 45.65 would be our first target for flare. It doesn't stop there. We actually have another new upper target. Let's see on a percentage basis from, let's actually go from the breakout, which would be roughly there. That'd be a 10% move, guys, to our first target at 45.65. So we have a new target up in here for flare, assuming this trend is changing and we don't start to put in new lower lows. We have a new target. We have a whole cluster, but we have a new target up here, a new price target at 56.30. That's 0.05630 right here, 5630. What would that be? What would that look like from our breakout point to up in there? 35% move higher. And if we take from where we're currently trading at 39.95, that would be roughly a 40 to 41% return. So right now we are back in a bullish stance for flare. We are prepared and positioned for a bullish breakout to the upside. As long as we put in a higher low, and it looks like flare is setting up for a big surprise to the upside. And like I said, we have been buying. We may not be right. It's not financial advice, but we're positioned for a nice break to the upside for flare. Bitcoin still struggling over there at its 22.5 level. Let me show you guys. So let's go to the Bitcoin chart. I was talking about a very important level here for Bitcoin. This is the daily chart. That the 22, actually that's up here, excuse me, the 22.5 level right here. If that level is broken, there is the odds flip where we increase of going down in price, then back up in price, at least for the short term. And that broke big time on the 9th of February, which was Thursday. And then we are sitting at one of our potentially key levels of support at 21,694. It's struggling. It's trying to figure itself out right here, whether it's going to head lower or rally from here back up to that 22.5 level. If not, could be heading lower to 20,678. So keeping an eye on Bitcoin. Although Flare looks bullish, if Bitcoin really starts to dump, it's going to be tough for Flare to head to the upside. And you can see that right here. We had a big dump for Bitcoin on the 9th. Flare was down quite a bit. If we go back to the Bitcoin chart, guys, the 9th of February, right here, Bitcoin was down 5%. And if we go to the Flare chart, Flare was down that day 7+%. You could see when things stabilized a bit, Flare really took back off. So if we just get a sideways to maybe slightly up Bitcoin, Flare might really break out here. So that's my thoughts on Flare and kind of keeping an eye on the Bitcoin chart. Guys, we recently added a membership tab to the channel. If you want to support the channel, head over there and check out the membership tab. Appreciate it. We have a couple different levels coming out there right now. We have one posted, potentially getting the other one posted today on Saturday for those more serious traders. It revolves around the stock market. So this one will be outside of the cryptocurrency market, revolves around the stock market and trading ranges. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check that out. All right, you guys have a great Saturday. It is the 11th of February. Keep your eyes on for support for Flare today. For this chart is the 39.62, this white line on my chart. If this line holds as support, we could be ready for a big breakout to the upside, either on tomorrow's candle, or if this thing gets excited, it could be even today we get a breakout on today's candle. But like I said, we're keeping an eye for that higher low to come into play. Early signs of a breakout to come. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks again. Take care.